Exercise number 5 for me. Number 1 is nutrition. Number 2 is what you just heard, consistency. 3 days of cardio is enough. I don't know what you guys have heard about your heart. Bone density is the number 1 thing that ages us. It's not the lack of muscle, it's the bone density. And that comes from weightlifting. Cardio is not meant to do all year. And I know this is a thing that everybody thinks that cardio you do all the time. No. Zone dieting, keto dieting, anything like that. You guys have any questions right now? Go for it.
I've been doing intermittent fasting up until this part. What are your thoughts about that? As far as, I know you're talking about eating lots of small meals throughout the day. When I was playing football, I used to do that a lot. But now I'm a little older, got that dad body.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I love it. I love it. Mostly if you're a busy guy and you can incorporate that in. I would just make sure that you're still eating a good amount of calories when you do get your meals in to feed the body. Do you guys know what intermittent fasting? Well, fasting is basically just time between meals. That's all that means. So it could be 2 hours or it could be 24 hours. That's all that means. So when you're doing that, you're waking up in the morning and you're going through the day without anything, and then just at night, what is your breakdown?
My breakdown is I only eat between 2 and 8. That's my 6-hour window. And I don't eat anything outside of that. Water and black coffee.
Okay. And how long you been doing that?
I did that. I started in September, and I did it all through December.
And how's the body weight changed since then?
The body weight's changed a lot. I'm under out of the 200s. I have put on some weight, but I've been lifting heavy as well. So I'm trying to get jacked up. I want to get back strong again.
I hear that.
So I'm building muscle, but the body is leaning out. My clothes are falling off, and I can fit in a size 32 pants again.
Okay, see, this is great then. Something that you're doing right now is you found a routine. And let me try to explain this to you guys. When it comes to exercise, on my list of importance, it's, let me say this so it doesn't sound minute, but it's number 5. Exercise number 5 for me. Number 1 is nutrition. Number 2 is what you just heard, consistency. He got onto a plan and he stayed with that plan. Okay? That's the most important thing. Any nutrition plan works for a period of time if you are consistent. The thing I worry about on anything when it comes to nutrition is the inconsistency. Okay? Here's one of the biggest things. You can start a plan, and something that we did, which was so fun for us, is we had a celebration once a week. All right. So think of the nutrition as you're working during the week. You got so much time. You got to get up and you don't eat anything until 2 to 8. Is that right? And for anybody, yes, it's you're enjoying that 6 days a week, and then Sunday or whatever day you choose, you kind of celebrate and go off the nutrition. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because you were consistent for 6 days, which is the most important thing. It's the ups and downs of everybody, and that is life, as we know this. Life is never perfect, but as consistent as you can possibly do outweighs everything else. So whatever nutrition plan you're on, it's consistency of that plan. When it comes to fasting, I think it's a great thing, mostly for the busy people. They almost forget about food when they're working. But I still believe that you got to come back around and feed it correctly through the second portion of the day or in the morning. I believe in fasting through the later in the day relative to early in the day. So that's the only change that I would recommend changing, because the one thing we want to be able to do is if we do go to bed at night, we want everything burnt off from the day that we ate. Okay, now I know this sounds tough too, but if something is important to you, that's the one thing, all this is great. It's great information, but unless we got some kind of self-discipline, none of this is going to come in handy. When it comes to nutrition and then incorporating exercise, here's one of the biggest things. 3 days is enough. 3 days of cardio is enough. I don't know what you guys have heard about your heart, but for some reason, society has gone away from weightlifting, which is actually, which you guys will understand this. I believe in investing. We buy some homes, we have some homes, we got property, that's investment. We can keep that for later. Exercise with weights is that investment. That's the extreme bone density and connective tissue, mostly for you women. This is more important for you women than it is for the men. Bone density is the number one thing that ages us. It's not the lack of muscle, it's the bone density. And that comes from weightlifting. I know that everybody loves to do the cardio. Cardio is easy. Cardio is temporary. Cardio is only during that period of time that you're on there burning it. Where weightlifting, and hopefully I'll explain this a little better. You get on, let's do an hour of cardio, you burnt 600 calories, you killed it. That's it. We go in, now that's all he did for the day, 600 calories. I go into the gym and I lift with the weights. Now for the next 24 to 48 hours, my body is going to go to nutrients to heal the body. So that means for the next 48 hours, without doing anything, my body is burning. Okay? Now I'm watching a movie and my body's still burning. That's the beautiful thing about weightlifting. Go for it.
So how many days a week would you consider lifting? Would you say would be ideal for weightlifting? Nothing more than some weights than doing cardio myself. You know, your guy, and I used to lift weights semi-competitively. I want to get back into it, but I want to kind of ease back.
I love that. I love the
start a week.
The word he said is ease. And let me explain this. And I know this is tough for us. Ease is the most perfect thing and the thing I recommend to the most expert of athletes. If you haven't been doing it, 2 days is enough. If you've been doing 2 days, 3 days is enough. Each thing, like I stated earlier, is about a ladder. You continue to build on it. Do not go in the gym. Anybody, if you haven't been to the gym, don't go to the gym and start training 5 days a week and jumping on cardio for an hour a day. You know those people, New Year's comes around, the first thing they do, they go in there and they jump on the treadmill and start running, when actually just walking is enough. Again, we're going to go back to this basic, is that the smallest change is the greatest change. Okay? I think one of my favorite people is Richard Simmons. And the greatest thing about him was he got it correctly, believe it or not. I know you would think I'm thinking of these big monster guys. Actually, Richard got it correctly. Just a little bit more each day or a period of time is all you need to do. So if you haven't been training, start out with 2 to 3 days a week is all I need. So you used to weight lift. Doesn't matter. It matters what you're consistent with. So you haven't been doing it. So 2 to 3 days is plenty. And then when it comes down to weightlifting and cardio, let me explain cardio to you. Cardio is a beautiful thing. Cardio is not meant to do all year. And I know this is a thing that everybody thinks that cardio you do all the time. No, cardio is something you implement into your nutrition and your training. And that's how it would help. So let's say you're working out 3 days a week and your nutrition is pretty good. You enjoy your Sundays or whatever that day is, but it's pretty good. And then you slowly incorporate in the cardiovascular and you add in 3 days. Now what's going to happen? It's going to burn more calories through the day and you start getting in shape. And then when his body slows down, which it will, because it's always plateaus, then you add in a 4th day. Then it speeds up again. And then when you get to it, you add in a 5th day. So you understand the concept of not doing it all year. Because if you do it all year, your body adapts to it and it shuts down. And that's what happens to most people. Most people go in there, I'm going to give it my all. I want 5 days a week training, 5 days a week cardio, and I want to be perfect on my diet. When I'm saying go 50% clean up on your diet. Don't go extreme. Just clean it up. Get rid of your junk food. Get rid of the sodas you might be having or something like that. Or that dinner that's been a little too much. If you just change those little things, your body starts changing. And then here's the greatest thing about your body changing. You get motivated.
Yeah.
The endorphins get fired. And now you're stuck. Now you're doing it. Now you're annoying everybody at the gym, at work going, hey, no, I train every day. So these are some of the things that I recommend. I don't believe in being this guy that goes in there 6 days a week. Regardless of what I do, I don't train my people that way. Okay. I believe less is more. And for some reason, I don't know where it got distorted, but the gym is not about doing the most work. The gym is about doing the least, here we go again, the least amount of work, but still get better. You guys comprehend that? It's I know this is not what you expected maybe, but this is the smart way, and this is way you stay injury free. This is a way that you can continue to get better. And like he said, I'm 79 years old now, so I've been doing this for 150 years. So this is the longevity, and this is the key to it. And I think with everything that's happened, I know you guys are workers, and I think for me, the sadness of what happened over the weekend kind of shows us if all we're going to do is work and make the money, we're not enjoying life to the fullest, because tomorrow's not promised to anybody. So let's make this soul the best it possibly can, and share that with the people around you and motivate them by your actions.
Yeah, that's good. You got to trust the process. I know some of the stuff. I remember 4 years ago when I first met Mike. He literally, I would leave his workouts. Now, you guys remember, my NFL world was we outwork, we overtrain, we just crush it. So I'd leave his workout, and he'd catch me running on a treadmill doing some of the old stuff. He's like, Keith, you big dummy. He was much nicer to you guys. Stop. Everything that we just worked for, you're crushing. And so hopefully we get more time to pour into you guys. Here's what I would love for you all to take away from today. Small changes. That was probably the best point he gave you. He gave you a lot of value that some of you is like probably don't fully understand. It's probably not connecting. But for you females especially, I'm just going to keep it really, really real. It is much harder for you all to see the changes than it is for us men. We have this amazing thing called testosterone. It doesn't mean that the changes aren't going to come. So he talked about soft drinks. If you're a soft drinker, literally take the next month and just pull the soft drinks out of your diet every day except for 1 day a week. Keep everything else the same. If you have dessert every night before you go to bed, have your dessert every night before you go to bed. Just remove your soft drinks Monday through Saturday. Have your soft drinks on Sunday. If you can start making a plan, when I was there a few weeks ago, we talked about we have to be well planned out. Everything has to be. Sounds like a tornado's in the office. There we go.